P, your group struggled to get into a rhythm on either end of the floor tonight. What did you see kind of as the causes for that?
Yeah, I think they just came out, jumped on us. Feel like we weren't necessarily organized and just let the game get away. You can't go down big in the first quarter and expect to come back just because we did it once. It's hard to win that way in the NBA. So, yeah, give credit to Charlotte. They've been playing really well, and, they kicked our ass for sure.
What have you seen defensively that, hasn't allowed this team to play like you guys have in the past on defense?
I don't know. I think it's a lot of things. I think offensively, not having a rhythm. I think, it's hard for guys to just come in or come back down the other end and just try to get, stop after stop if we're not scoring. It's easy to say that, but be out there on the court, it's hard. So I think that's part of it, but it could be a lot of different reasons, game to game.
We heard Coach talk over the last few days about wanting to start games better, and several of your teammates kind of echoed that. What isn't happening to turn kind of those words into action on the court? Can you put your finger on why, you can kind of point to what's going on, but haven't been able to kind of bring it out on the court yet?
I think, yeah, it's just coming in prepared, coming in with a plan. Like I said, when you see something trending a certain way, you gotta change something, you gotta figure it out, you gotta fix it, come up with a plan, something. And so I don't think we've done that yet, and it showed, going down big the last, before even the Europe trip, same thing happened when we played Charlotte here a couple weeks ago. We went down big and they blew us out. So it's been something that's been happening, and can't just say that we want to change it without doing anything to change it.
As someone who has the ball in his hands a lot and has a lot of responsibility on this team, what is the process like, maybe talking with the coaching staff, talking with teammates to try and bring about some of those changes and bring about some of that to fix this?
Yeah, it's on everybody. It's on me. It's on everyone on the team, coaches. We gotta be on the same page. It sucks that I'm saying that in January, but that's the reality. I don't think we've been on the same page much this year. And I just think it's shown up with the way we've played, shown up with the inconsistencies throughout the season. And it's frustrating. Guys in the locker room, they want to win. But like I said, you can't just say you want to win without doing anything to make it happen.
In your career, it seems like this group has been on the same page. How disorienting is that feeling maybe, or how do you feel like everyone's responding, that it hasn't been maybe as simple to click as it's been in previous seasons?
When you say previous seasons, like you're saying that we've, been clicking in previous seasons. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it just seems like this group, especially on defense, has been able to kind of overcome maybe some of those offensive issues and kind of find your way.
Yeah, you could say that, but I think it's really similar to the past couple seasons if you really look at it. Last year wasn't a great season. We had tough times. A lot of bad losses last year. Year before, we won 47 games, probably our best year. But I think it's something that's occurred, over and over again the last few seasons. So, I think we just gotta figure out a way to put an end to it. And, if we want to be a contender or whatever you want to call it, a team that's going to play deep into the playoffs, we gotta go out there and be different. We can't just stay the same. And right now it feels like we have the same issues as the past, and now our defense is slipping, which makes it look worse. Like you said, our defense covered a lot of that in the past, and now that's slipping. And so those problems start to be magnified when you can't lean on your defense. And I think that's something we got to figure out.